Thanks for joining us. We're all set for another adventure. Back in episode 2, we explored staffs, high and low pitches, and how notes fit on the lines and spaces. We also realized the treble staff was only officially called the treble staff once we put a treble clef on it. Leonardo da Vinci graciously assisted us with that. We also needed a bass clef to give the bass staff an official name. Michelangelo gave his artistic assistance with that. In episode 3, we explored and picked up our speed in recognizing the letter names on the treble staff, which is now a new home for notes for all these instruments. In episode 4, we enjoyed the cool air as we skied and recognized the letter names on our bass staff for all these instruments. In episode 5, we explored note and rest values, so our notes on the staff would have some cool rhythm. In episodes 6 and 7, we explored dotted notes, ties, stems, and flagged or tailed notes to give our rhythm more color and vibrancy. Now we can organize our music into equal sections with bar lines, which extend from top to bottom of our staff. On the grand staff, the bar lines pass through the entire staff top to bottom, not past that. Much like barrier posts or deck posts for safety. A double bar is made up of one thin and one thick line on the outside. It is written at the end, which means stop, the song is over. The area between the two bar lines is called a measure or bar. Next, we will start adding notes inside these measures. The combinations of the note values gives us rhythms. But we need something to help organize all these rhythms inside the bar lines, and the answer is the time signature. You will feel so great understanding time signatures. It's easy, only 2 things to remember. The time signature placed after the clef signs is 2 separate numbers placed one on top of the other. When I first learned about time signatures, I saw them on the staff and for some reason thought it was a fraction. I must have been thinking about my math homework over there. No, not a fraction. That staff line in the middle is not a fraction line. The time signature is just 2 important numbers. Time signatures give important clues. It's like cracking the mystery code. Whatever number is on the bottom equals 1 beat. So in 4/4 time, the 4 on the bottom stands for a quarter or crotchet note, which equals 1 beat. You know that. The top number tells you how many beats or counts in each measure. So here, there will be 4. 4/4 is the most popular time signature. We may have 2 beats in a measure, or 3 or 4, sometimes substituting with a C for comet time, or 5 beats in a measure, or 6, or anything. Pick a number. 18? Really? We can add notes into the measure. Here, 4 quarters or crotchets total 4. Bar line. Next measure, place any combination of notes to add up to 4. Bar line. You can also count it consecutively. Here we are on a treasure hunt looking for the 4 main numbers in a measure. Then bar line. More on counting later. We found all the beat number 1s. Feeling the pulse or accent on beat 1, technically with a smaller pulse on beat 3, will energize your music, and it feels like walking. Walk, 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 walk. Feeling the pulses will energize, invigorate, and strengthen your music, which will electrify and stimulate all your senses. Anyone who hears and feels your music will connect. The best way to feel the beat is to experience it. Pack your bags for some quick stops. We fly around the United States. First stop, New Orleans. The 1920s gave us a fast 4/4 time with big band and jazz, starting in New Orleans, then up the Mississippi River to Chicago, then east to New York City. Can your body feel the strong pulse of all the beat number 1s? It can be tricky. Gently nod your head, tap your finger, tap your toes, and move your body to match the beat. Then Memphis, Tennessee for rock and roll in the 1950s. Feel the driving 1, 2, 3, 4 beat. Okay, buckle up, we're heading south. We are heading to the Caribbean islands, to the island of Trinidad for calypso music in 4/4 time. In South America, the city of Buenos Aires in Argentina is famous for its tango. The tango is in 4/4 time, but you will also feel push just before one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. In a 3/4 time signature, there will be 3 beats in every measure. We can add notes into the measure. Here, 3/4 or crotchets at 1 each equals 3. Bar line. Next measure, we can add any combination, but here's a dotted half note, dotted minim for 3 beats. Bar line. You can also count it consecutively. Here we are looking for the 3 main numbers in a measure, then bar line. We found all our beat number 1, so we can feel the pulsar accent on beat 1. It feels like strong, weak, weak, or pa, pa, and that's our waltz. A waltz feels very elegant, very grand. It's a big step forward on beat 1, then lean on the other foot in place for beat 2, pa, then lean on the other foot for beat 3, pa. It feels like you're ice skating in an elegant way. Pa, pa. Pa, pa. So buckle up, here we go. To just south of Germany, a musical hotspot where the artistic and intellectual atmosphere was home to Mozart, Beethoven, and Sigmund Freud. Vienna, Austria. Here the dynamic art culture was thrilling for musicians who performed at the grand palaces. Artist collections were adorned on the elaborately ornate palace walls. Just east of the Danube River, we can hear Vienna shops and events playing the world's #1 waltz of 500, written by Austria's native composer and violinist, the Waltz King, Johann Strauss II. Can you answer these questions about the staff and time signatures? Here we go. Music is divided into equal parts by a blank blank. Bar line. Is it acceptable to draw bar lines like this? No. The area between the bar lines is called a blank or blank. Measure or bar. A thin and a thick line at the end is called a double bar line. A double bar line means stop, the end. In 4/4, how many beats per measure? 4. In 4/4, what equals 1 beat? 4 means quarter or crotchet. In 3/4, how many beats per measure? 3. In 3/4, what gets one beat? 4 stands for a quarter or crotchet. Is this bar line in the correct place? Yes. Is this bar line in the correct place? No. What time signature counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4? 4, 4. What time signature counts 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? 3, 4. Is this bar line in the correct place? No. Is this bar line in the correct place? Yes, and done. Terrific! Hang on to your bags as we experience more time signatures in episode 9, which will assist us in moving and feeling the beat. That's celebration.